I met her on a Friday evening when the sky was painted gold.
She smiled like she'd never known heartbreak, like she never watched a dream grow old.
She had a way of making broken things feel beautiful again.
She looked at me like she could see the little boy inside the man
Would spend years pretending he didn't need anybody.
She laughed at all my foolish jokes, held my head like she never let go. And somehow,
For the first time in a long time,
the lonely nights didn't feel so lonely anymore.
I thought I'd
Finally found the answer to every prayer I'd whispered into the dark. I didn't know
some storms arrive
wearing sunshine.
At first, the little things didn't seem important,
She disappeared for days,
then come back with tears in her eyes.
and a story that made me feel guilty for asking questions
She knew exactly how to turn my kindness.
into a chain around my own heart.
I'd apologize for things I never did. I'd blame myself for storms I didn't create.
Every time I started walking away,
She reached for my hand, looked into my eyes, and promised
this time will be different.
so I'd stay.
Because hope can make a good man ignore what his heart already knows. Love kept saying,
Hold on!
my soul kept whispering,
Run!
I didn't know which voice would save me. I was in love with a demon, not because she was born that way,
But because everything beautiful slowly turned into something that stole the life from my soul. I gave her
the best years of my heart.
She gave me lessons I'll spend the rest of my life.
Trying to understand, I was in love with a love that couldn't love me back.
There came a morning when I looked into the mirror.
And couldn't find the man I used to know.
The smile was borrowed,
The laughter was forced.
the hope was hanging by a thread only God could see.
I had become a stranger inside my own life,
That's when I fell to my knees.
on the cold wooden floor of an empty house.
I didn't pray for her to come back.
I didn't ask God to change her heart.
I simply whispered,
Lord, please help me find myself again.
for the first
Time in years
silence.
didn't frighten me.
It felt like healing had quietly walked through the door.
Now I understand,
Love should never make you question your worth,
it should never ask you
to sacrifice your peace just to keep someone else happy. Real love fills a home, it doesn't burn one down.
Real love stands beside you in the storm.
It doesn't become the storm.
And God, He never asked me to keep bleeding for something He was trying to rescue me from. I was in love with a demon,
Or
maybe I was just in love.
with a dream of who she could become,
I kept chasing tomorrow
while losing myself today.
but grace found me
On the side of the road,
picked up what was left of my broken heart and reminded me
that some people leave your life
not to punish you,
but to protect the future God
has prepared.
Now I don't hate the chapter
That almost destroyed me,
because without it
I would have never learned that the greatest love I'd ever find
was the one that never asked
me to lose myself to receive it.
If you ever hear someone say,
Love is blind,
tell them it shouldn't stay blind forever.
because when the truth finally opens your eyes,
Walking away isn't giving up.
sometimes it's the bravest prayer a broken heart will ever answer. Never let go, and
Somehow, for the first time in a long time, the lonely nights didn't feel so lonely anymore. I thought I'd finally found the answer to every prayer I'd whispered into the dark. I didn't know some storms arrive wearing sunshine. At first, the little things didn't seem important,
she disappeared for days,
then come back with tears in her eyes.
and a story that made me feel guilty for asking questions
She knew exactly how to turn my kindness.
into a chain around my own heart.
I'd apologize for things I never did. I'd blame myself for storms I didn't create. Every time I started walking away, she reached for my hand, looked into my eyes, and promised
This time will be different,
so I'd stay. Because hope can make a good man ignore what his heart already knows. Love kept saying, hold on. My soul kept whispering, run. I didn't know which voice would save me. I was in love with a demon, not because she was born that way, but because everything beautiful slowly turned into something that stole the life from my soul. I gave her the best years of my heart. She gave me lessons I'll spend the rest of my life
trying to understand I was in love
with a love that couldn't love me back. There came a morning when I looked into the mirror.
and couldn't find the man I used to know.
The smile was borrowed,
The laughter was forced.
the hope was hanging by a thread only God could see.
I had become a stranger inside my own life,
That's when I fell to my knees.
on the cold wooden floor of an empty house.
I didn't pray for her to come back.
I didn't ask God to change her heart.
I simply whispered,
Lord, please help me find myself again.
and for the first time
Time in years
the silence,
didn't frighten me.
it felt like healing had quietly walked through the door.
Now I understand,
Love should never make you question your worth,
it should never ask you
to sacrifice your peace just to keep someone else happy. Real love fills a home, it doesn't burn one down.
Real love stands beside you in the storm.
It doesn't become the storm. And
God, He never asked me to keep
bleeding for something He was trying to rescue me from.
I was in love with a demon,
Or maybe I was just in love with the dream of who she could become.
I kept chasing tomorrow,
While losing myself today,
but grace found me
on the side of the road,
picked up what was left of my broken heart and reminded me
that some people leave your life,
not to punish you,
but to protect the future God
has prepared.
Now
that never asked me to lose myself to receive it.
If you ever hear someone say,
love is blind,
tell them it shouldn't stay blind forever.
because when the truth finally opens your eyes,
Walking away isn't giving up.
sometimes it's the bravest prayer a broken heart will ever answer.